Hoi. Let's do this. Let's go. Welcome back to another video from the Footy Sage coming to you. We have some interesting videos to discuss. We have very interesting topics to discuss today, but today is a very special day. Gonna just play a quick clip.
This shirt belongs to you.
All right, Wayne, that's enough. So, as you can see, I am a Manchester United fan. There's a few things I have to just get out here for a second. Seeing Liverpool win the league title is one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen in my life. I don't care. In all seriousness, they are a great team, but to see your bitter rivals, especially Liverpool of all other teams, Manchester City winning, 5 and 6, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? 6 and 8 or something like that. It was just ridiculous to see them doing what they did. And I think when I was watching, it always felt like something was not right. And, again, Manchester United has been in a free fall these past, 15, maybe 16 years, 17, maybe less than that. I would probably say a conservative amount would be 13. We've been really bad. We've been very, very poor. I mean, yes, we have still won one Europa League with Jose Mourinho. We've won a few FA Cups, Carabao Cup or two. We have won. So in terms of cup success, it's not like we have been deprived of winning, but the major championship that I would always want Manchester United to be a part of and in the contention to fight for is the Premier League title. So seeing Man United in the position that we are today, especially look at how far down we are in the league table. I have really lost a lot of happiness and joy watching United these past few years, but days like today let me understand like there is still something in this team that wants to be kind of renewed and something wants to just come back, and Sir Alex Ferguson, he really did imprint something within us, deep within our hearts and our minds, that we are a team that if we are in a position to compete, we can compete with the very best. Man United went against Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Chelsea when they were an amazing team, right? Liverpool, they were the laughing stock. So now everything has changed, right? And it's still funny that even in the midst of all this turmoil, Arsenal are still an interesting team. Like, they did lose yesterday, and it does let us know that they just can't get over that hump, to finally get over the line. And I want us to win just so I can rub it in to Arsenal fans, because it is hilarious, because we're 15th in the league table. Tottenham are 14th, 15th, 16th. We're so low that there is no chance for us to make it back into the Europa League or Champions League spot, but we're both in the Europa League final. And Liverpool have won the league, and City, they could win the Premier League title. So it's Manchester United will always be bigger than Arsenal. I don't care. For them to overlap us, for them to get past us, it would take what City have done, but I mean for the next 6, 7. and especially just getting a European Championship, that would definitely cement them as one of the best teams um, in England. But as it is, it's Liverpool, then United, interchangeable, whoever you want to argue with, but those are the top two teams. Then you have now it's Manchester City. I'll just be serious, guys. If they don't get found guilty in this court case that they're fighting, it does let us see that this team won. Listen, it happens in football. Juve back in the late '90s, they were doping. They were doing some crazy things. I mean, you're talking, and I'm a Manchester United fan, so we faced them, especially the miracle of '99. You see the fatigue on the faces of the United players, but it looked like the Juve players were fresh. I'm not saying that City dope, but they were definitely doing something financially that wasn't right. But you were innocent until proven guilty. Everything has to be proven. And today is a very special day. I don't even want to talk about the game. There's not much to really speak about in terms of the football game itself. There was a scare for sure in the first half. I have to say his name because what an incredible goal by his name is Juar Juarezar. Juarezar, number 23. Okay, this brother, all right, he just look, the goal is, again, I have to give it up to them, but it's a mistake from Maguire. Doesn't deal with the initial ball. It's a long ball from the left back or the left center back, looped in behind, and their striker, Maguire, makes a meal of it, plays it into nobody. It gets to Giallo, who is on their team actually, falls to his feet, goes ahead, smacks it against Euro, and then it ricochets off Euro into his path, the number 23. But then he wraps it top corner. Onana should have probably saved it. But outside of that, we did the most damage, I think, at home outside of the Lyon game. I mean, the Lyon game was an amazing comeback. And I was watching that game in this very room. I was screaming. I was running around in my house. I was calling my mother. I was like, we really won. Like, and today it felt like that coming of age game for United. Maybe this is the turning point, and this is the whole thing of United. You get into a cup competition, further into the competition, you feel like, okay, well, the team, if the summer transfer window comes along, we may make the right changes to the team, get rid of some players, and we might be in the right track. But this feels a little different because we have the right manager. I feel like there's a makeup of the team that is working. All we have to do is get certain players in certain positions, and we can really test the best in Europe. So outside of that scare from Bilbao, I also have to give a massive shout out to their supporting fans who came from Spain. I mean, look, this is football. I mean, that is absolutely amazing to see the support, especially even after the game was finished. They were still there holding up their scarves. And that is football. It's passion. It's respect, especially because Bilbao is such a tight-knit group of players because they're all from the same region, right? They don't do transfers, but I think you can only get players from the Basque region, which is a region in Spain, to play and represent Atletico Bilbao. So it is a family, right? Because everybody knows each other. These kids grew up in the region. They know everybody. The feeling, if they had gone to that Europa League final, would have been immense, right? Because today we saw Betis get to the Europa Conference League final, right? And that's their first in history. In Real Betis' history that they've gone to a European championship. And Anthony was the man of the match. It's crazy that I'm saying this. He did play a great game, and he scored a free kick against David De Gea. But that's a video for another day. Today is all about United. Mount, amazing performance, man. I just want to see him healthy, playing well. He got a goal from half, and He scored an amazing goal, turned his body, finished. Euro got the assist. I mean, this team can definitely get to the top, but it just matters about being consistent. That first half, let me see, we still have a lot of work to do with this team in and out of possession. How to keep the ball, how to play it into the right players' feet, right? How to get players more confidence. Hoyland, like, he scored today and it looked like a weight was lifted off his shoulders, but he still has to keep himself hungry for goals. Garnacho, I think that he might be a lost cause because the attitude on this guy is insane. And you can clearly see it. He's upset, but it's more upset of like you're just moping around. Like if you're a player that's making that much money, I don't think you should be acting in such a way. I think it should be more a sort of responsibility to put your all and put your best. And I don't think I see it from him. I'm seeing him whenever the ball drops. There was instances in the game where the ball will be headed out and it's just outside our 18 and he lets the ball drop. He doesn't go up to win the header. I watched the Bilbao players. They really did put their all in that first half, and then into the second half, the first 10 minutes, they were fighting for every single ball. Every second ball, they were winning. Every single second ball, they were trying to fight for it. But I was watching Garnacho's body language and his effort. It wasn't there, and he definitely might be out in this summer window, but we'll see. I really hope that we can get him into a better space, but again, it's all self-inflicted. He was benched for a couple games under Amorim, I remember, and so was Rashford, but he made himself back into the team. Now there's no excuse, but it was a great performance from United, especially in the second half. I really loved the atmosphere that we had, man. This is Manchester United at its very best in European competitions, battling against the best. And I really do believe we have the greatest support fan base in the world. I will always say this. But massive respect to the Bilbao fans. It's unfortunate. I like Ernesto Valverde as a coach. Barcelona, his stint there was a little bit interesting, but massive respect to the Bilbao fans. And again, they had a couple players injured who were their starting players, right? The William brothers, sorry, didn't even play, right? Because they were both injured for this match. If they play, I think this is a different game. I think this is a much tougher task. But yeah, Manchester United into the Europa League final, playing against Spurs. This will be a tough task for Amorim, and hopefully we can get over the line. But I will be coming back with a video tomorrow talking about Tottenham and the Real Betis and Fiorentina game. But thank you guys for watching another video. The Football Sage signing out.